Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. I hope you are all doing well, I hope you hear me well. I hope you are ready for a live We Talk Juventus with a really fantastic, beautiful thumbnail. Trying to improve the thumbnail games, especially for the lives, because it's important to be noticed, to be seen. Becomes is immediately telling me, Beppe, the thumbnail is, the sound is good. It's Stavros that is telling me that the thumbnails are amazing. So the most important thing, of course, it's not the thumbnail, but it's the content. It's what we will say. I have a question immediately before saying hello to the people. What is your state of mind? You have three choices. You have three choices. First, you are in the post-Bologna, still digestion phase, which means that you're still digesting that 2-2 that follows the 1-1 of Lecce, that follows the 0-0 of Aston Villa, the 0-0 of San Siro, etc., etc. The controversy that came from that game, Thiago Motta, Rouhi, Giuntoli, the moment of Juve. 1. 2. You are already in the Juventus-Manchester City game, the game of Wednesday. You forgot about everything and you're already there. The champions, the game of every game. Or 3, Mercato. Because Mercato never sleeps, because Mercato is crazy. Option 1, option 2, option 3. I will launch immediately the poll. And then of course, I will give you my opinion or my state of mind and why I didn't record 2 days ago, Sunday, why I didn't record yesterday. Attenzione. So, state of mind, post-Bologna, still Juve City, or Mercato is crazy. 1, 2, 3, and we start with the poll, and then of course I will tell you why I didn't record. I will tell you. I'm pissed off. I'm really pissed off. I'm angry. I'm frustrated and I am ashamed. 3 things, 3 big words. Ciao Roberto Gallo, ciao Sir Raz, the first one that is there. Alessandro Mufid, ciao Junior Mas, ciao Stavros, ciao Thomas Pecorelli. That said, why no video today? I will answer. Ciao Aiko, ciao Filippo. Pippo Zimmarino, big week, the perfect opponent to bring back enthusiasm, excitement, and positive results. I really believe if we win against City, Juventus will be unlocked. Forza Juve, ciao Bogdan, ciao Don Simon, Daniel Y, ciao Sasha, Lester, Anna7, Steve Cano, Pecci, Cielo Star, Xialino, we have Cole, we have LJJ, ciao Tarik, buongiorno again to RB Comes, ciao Giorgio, D'Alessandro, tic tac, ciao Vasilakos. We have Emiliano Berardi, we have Natasha Nana09, perfect just in time. Ciao, hello everyone. Ciao Christian, ciao Yash Juve, and all the Juventini that are joining us today. Ciao Daniel Abdel Nur. Ciao Daniel, another Daniel, from one Daniel to another. Ciao Goat, ciao Rico Franchi. Guys, I will repeat it endlessly. Go to his channel of Rico Franchi, follow him, beautiful music, fantastic music, the voice of an angel that is coming down to earth to touch you, to bless you. You know that in the past I was, when I was thinking, etc., a lot of time I was listening to lo-fi, well, how you want to call it. Now, when I have time, I go to Rico Franchi, I put some music on, and I love to spend my time with that. That helps me concentrate because it's really beautiful. What do you think, guys? Should we start? Tell me. I will not launch a poll because we already have a poll on, but should we have a music for the channel, like creating our own intro or creating an anthem? Could be that we create an anthem of the channel, or imagine Beppe in a studio here, with the music, with the microphone here, like making a clip, Because on the channel we had a lot. People, they don't realize it. Sometimes I think about it. It's nearly 5 years of the channel. We had the videos, the watch-alongs, we have vlogs, we had unboxing, we had a cartoon. We had a cartoon on the channel. We had archive videos about ex-players. We had a lot. We already had a lot. I was thinking, what do we miss? Beppe singing. A clip, a music. We have a music. We already created the music. Mercato is Crazy is a music, of course. It's not only fun, it's also a music. But what may be the next step of the music? Beppe singing on the channel. We don't have that. The champions. In the studio. Okay, guys. So I'm reading the first votes before starting. At the moment, Juve City is winning. You're already in Juve City. State of mind, Juve City with 61%, 26% are in the post Bologna, and 12% Mercato is Crazy. I was thinking that more people would have been in the Mercato is Crazy, even if I knew that Juve City would have won today. GJustjuve podcast, but this is a podcast, guys. You put it on, you don't watch the image, and it's a podcast, no? The sound is good, I believe. If I speak like that, the sound is good. We have a beautiful audio. You don't have to watch my face, and it's a podcast, no? Or you extract only audio, and you have it, and you have a podcast. Can you sing with Keane? I can. No, it's a Fiorentina player now. It's over. LJJ didn't vote. Too late. I closed the vote. Now that we made a beautiful intro, of course, I remind everyone that we are 34,843, which means if we do a fast calculation, how much do we miss? 157 missing to reach 35k before the 1st of January 2025. Let's see, maybe we'll reach it already with Manchester City. Look, I will tell you, I didn't upload the post game against Bologna when I wake up on Sunday because I was frustrated. I was not happy. It was difficult for me. I watched the game again, and more I watched it, more I went really, really angry. That's reason one. Then more the hours were going, more I was like, okay, let's find the strength, the energy, because I never miss that we win, that we draw, or that we lose. I never miss post games. I love post games. These are one of the videos I really love, because we are speaking about football most of the time, and even when you don't win, you really analyze what went wrong. At the end, it's the football that is the most important thing. But I didn't find the strength, and then at a certain moment there was something that really angered me. It was a social media overreaction. It was again the fights Thiago Motta, Allegri, Thiago Motta, but Giuntoli has spent 200 million, and Giuntoli this, and Giuntoli that, and Elkan this, and Elkan that. I went totally crazy. I said, guys, we cannot speak about football like that. If every single time we need to go back to these kind of things, I can't anymore. Then I said, okay, you know what, let's. And then you know what, I start seeing Rouhi that deactivated, at least stopped the comment under one of his posts, where I was like, guys, we are going really far now. We are really going far. We never learn. We really never learn. We Juventini, guys, I don't know about the other fan bases, so I don't want to compare, but we never learn. We really never learn. And that's why today I need to get things away from my chest, because if I don't get things away from my chest, I will not be able to enter Juve Manchester City, because I'm blocked at the moment. I'm really blocked at the moment. I'm blocked, and if I don't unblock myself, if I don't unlock myself, I will not be able to think about Juve Manchester City. Seriously. It's tough. It's really tough. So prepare yourself because it will be a morale live where I will be again really harsh on a few things. But first of all, let's say thank you to the people that are supporting the channel, like Ali. You are all supporting the channel, but Ali is doing really well with a beautiful membership extension, 31 months, maximum of likes to the sky, over the moon. Grande Ali. Thank you. You see also the loyalty, the loyalty, repeating the quotes that we were saying on the lives. And then Antonio that is going with a dream. Member for 30 months. I can't wait for Beppe to get 41,507. What does that mean? 41,507. Let me check that. 41,507. Ah, the stadium, you mean? Ah, I thought on top of the 34,800. I was making a calculation, but no, you mean the stadium. Ah, the stadium is beautiful. That's the first objective, of course. But I have another dream. That is unrealistic, and it's 100k. I want 100k. I don't care. Anyway, starting with why I cannot unlock myself for Manchester City game. It's because Juventus took it away from me. I'm really honest and transparent, guys, today. Juventus took it away from me. Juventus. Why? Because I wanted to prepare myself and to focus Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, waking up, Wednesday feeling the heat, going towards the game, not physically but mentally. Full power to only Juve, Manchester City. That is honestly the big game of 2024. Why? Because in 2024 they took it away from us, the Champions League. So we are back in the biggest competition, international competition, against a huge team that we are playing in our home. That's why you are living it for Champions League like nights like that. And they took it away from me. Juventus, I'm speaking. Why? Because we don't win. And the problem is that the other ones are winning. And the gap is starting to be bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Look, the word Scudetto at today is an illusion. I'm not negative, guys. I'm not a negative Beppe. I'm not a give up quitter or whatever name that you want to do. But I want to be realistic in today's video, in today's live. The word Scudetto is really an illusion. Then, guys, were we the favorites to win it? I have always told you, and it was paining me to say, but no, we were not the favorites to win it. Inter, Napoli were the favorites to compete there. Juve not, even if I was expecting to fight really far, really long in the season to believe in something, to say, oh, you never know. Maybe, who knows, you fight, you are there, and then we will see towards the end what we can achieve or not. I was expecting to really fight until the end, and we didn't. Look, today, you know what is annoying me is that Lazio plays against Napoli, Lazio wins, and I cannot celebrate the win of Lazio. That's a reality. I cannot celebrate it for what reason? Because I want to celebrate because I don't like Napoli. I don't want them to win the Scudetto. Conte, De Laurentiis, Blabla, the supporters of Napoli. I don't want them to win. So Lazio scores. I'm about to jump, and then I think, and I say, oh no. Because the problem today is not Napoli. It's not Inter. The problem is today is that we are at -4 from the 4th spot, if I'm not wrong, something like that out of my, I don't want to know it. I think we have 27 and the first one upside of us is 31, I think. I'm not even sure if they need to play a game or not, if we can potentially even be further from the top 4, which is a lot. That doesn't mean that it's over, that we are out of it, but I told you we have one slot to enter the top 4. It doesn't mean being 4th, but one slot is over because Inter, Napoli, and Atalanta, they will remain there. They will remain. Then it will change. One time it will be Inter, then it will be Napoli, then it will be Atalanta. And let's see whoever will join. And if you are joining today that top 4 run, if you are joining them today, then you can hope to finish 3rd, to finish 2nd, I don't know, maybe even 1st. But today we don't win, and it starts really to be really complicated, especially because Sir Raz, I'm reading you, in the meanwhile, guys, so continue to write, especially because in January our calendar will be even more tough, because we are throwing away some big opportunities. The opportunity from Lecce, we threw it away. Bologna, it was an opportunity, guys. Bologna was an opportunity to win. And we threw it away because the way how. And that's where I'm still pissed off. I will not do a post-game today during the live about the game of Saturday because we are already Monday evening, if not Tuesday. I don't even remember what day we are. Monday. We are Monday evening. I will not come back, but honestly, I'm frustrated. I'm not happy because we didn't prepare the game against Bologna. Why? Because we were already thinking about Juventus, Manchester City, and that's the problem. And how do I know that we were thinking about Manchester City? It's because we saw it at the lineups. If you don't play Yildiz and Thuram after the 1-1 of Lecce in a game against Bologna, that is your ex-team, that is a team that was in form because we saw that they were really in form, then you are playing with it. If you start simultaneously 3 guys that for a reason or another are absolutely not the one that will... Remember we were speaking about driving factors more than leaders. Who has the drive to take us. If you put Fagioli, Danilo, and Vlahovic simultaneously, I'm not speaking about one of them or maybe 2, the 3 of them on the field, and things are going wrong like it started to be wrong, then it's your fault. Then Thiago Motta said as well, mea culpa, I said. My fault, tactically, they were stronger. Yeah, okay, but that means that you didn't prepare yourself enough because all the material was there. Because it was a copy from Fiorentina. A team that we always have beaten. We knew how to beat them in the past. It was there at disposal, open book, and we didn't miss it. So, according to me, you think too much about City, which is bad. How many times did I tell you? There was one thing that this season I envy at the moment, Inter, is the fact that they are able to close the games at the first half. Multiple times they did this season, and that's one of their strengths. Because then they can rotate. Go back to the game that they played against Verona. They changed 5 starters. And you rest. And you avoid injuries. And you don't risk over-exhaust player. Because you see what we did. There was no tactics. For the people that said, but you see how we played in the last 20 minutes. We didn't play well in the last 20 minutes. We didn't play well in the last 20 minutes. We were bad. We were playing, like a team that needs to save themselves from relegation, or a team that, playing a playoff, and, okay, let's play with everything, and if we concede that third goal, we concede it, but let's try to do something. That's how we played. I don't want to do that. I don't want to see that in Serie A in match day 15, because that means that you didn't do well. So that's the first thing why I was extremely angry, why I didn't record. That's what... There I want to close Juve Bologna because they were already thinking about Juve City, which according to me was a huge, big mistake. And that's one. RB comes is saying, I don't understand why Thuram isn't consistently starting. Well, it's easier why he's not consistently starting. Well, I mean, if you're looking at all the last games of Kev, he was playing. Let me check. Starting 11 lineups. Here they are. If we are looking at the last games, Thuram played against Lecce, against Milan, against Torino, against Parma. So the last 4 Serie A games he played them, and in Champions League he started against Aston Villa and against Lille and against Stuttgart, even if he should not have played against Stuttgart, if I'm not wrong. I don't remember who was on the bench, Fagioli or Thuram, because Douglas Luiz should have started that game. But, so actually starting consistently now. He's starting consistently. Why he didn't start that game? It's because Thiago Motta, I tell you, there is no secret, because he wanted to save some energies, which I can understand. I can understand that you want to keep energy for the game against City. Why? Because City is a game that, unfortunately, you have put yourself in the condition because you were not able to beat Lille, to lose against Stuttgart that won only against Juve, and to draw against Aston Villa, where you're obliged to win that game in a way because you want to be on the upper part of the top 24. I'm not even speaking about the top 8. from the 9th until the 17th. That's where you want to finish to hope to qualify. Why? Because in our books there is written black on white that we need to qualify to the next stage of Champions League. But that's a huge big risk, and that's why Roberto is saying at least Koopmeiners scored. Look, guys, there are, if we want to see the positives, there are some positives in that game. You want to go through? I didn't want to go through the positive because I have other things to say. But if you want, there are some positives, of course, that I want to take. Thank you for your donation, Roberto. But it's true, the goal of Koopmeiners. But I will tell you not only the goal of Koopmeiners. If you are looking at my dirty drawings here, you see all my dirty drawings. What do you see here? I have the word Bremer, and then I have we found Koop. You see, I was already preparing the video that I didn't record. But what do we see here? Two things. One, Koop, and position number 2, position in second half, sorry. What else do I have here? Aya. 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 You see? He predicted it. Colo, can you also say now that we will win against Manchester City? That would be extremely appreciated. But so two things: not only the goal of Koop, but also the fact that in second half we changed him and we put him lower. Don't start with your bullshit like it's because of Hugo, the assistant coach. Luckily, look. This is something that I was happy that I didn't treat that, because that was something that would not have surprised me. The people online saying, Hugo understood the position of Koopmeiners and he asked him in the second half after Thiago Motta received his red card to play a bit closer and involved into the goal and not that far isolated up front. Mamma mia. If I read that, I think I would have broken my computer. So luckily, I didn't see that. Luckily. Audion is saying, Salah rumors reminds me of Cristiano Ronaldo. We need to be careful to not repeat same mistakes. 80 million on 32 years old is crazy. But we need a star badly. I don't know where Salah rumor comes from. Maybe a wish from some people, maybe to entertain a bit. But guys, forget about Salah. Forget about Salah. If he comes, let's say, credible sources are not mentioning him at the moment. But if he would come, he would come for a free, I believe, because end of contract, then the salary that you are paying. But no. I don't want today to even discuss too much about it, but I want to thank you for the 33 months of membership, Ardion, like 28 months of Massimo Lesti. Do you see Douglas Luiz making an appearance against Manchester City? I will tell you when we enter about that, because we have two men on our thumbnail. Okay, and that's where we go towards them. What I hated was that battle Allegri, Thiago Motta. Look, I will be really how can I say, compact in what I want to say about that before going towards the third thing. Why I didn't record and I was angry. Look, from once we supporters will start to understand that it's not Allegri alone or Thiago Motta alone, that's the moment where maybe we'll start to speak openly about football in a mature way, in a serious way. How many people were writing here, Allegri out, and you will see it will be a calcio champagne. Whoever will be better than Allegri. He is the problem. He is the bad thing. We need to kick him away because things will be fantastic, will be beautiful. And I always told you, pay attention when you're speaking about Max Allegri. He's not a clown. He's not someone that has absolutely zero experience. We're speaking about the one that won 6 times the Scudetto. I believe in total he won like 12 titles at Juve, winning also and being actually the last one that was able to totally destroyed Atalanta of Gasperini that came from a Serie A where they demolished De Rossi that was really doing well in Serie A, but also, and then you had Juve, and then they demolished Leverkusen that was unbeaten until there in final. So we are speaking about a great coach. The big difference between Thiago and Max is that there are a lot of big differences. Everything is different. Thiago Motta is now in the start of a new project with the new management that has chosen him, with new players, a total overhaul of new players, with some players, of course, that are injured, some players are new, some players didn't adapt. But anyway, everything is new in a new project of a year zero, while Max Allegri was managing a failing project with a management that was about to collapsed, was absent and not there anymore, and then you had the new one that was not believing him because he was not the chosen one for them. So you know what I mean. So you cannot even compare. But not Thiago Motta alone is a problem. Not Allegri alone was a problem. That's something that we need to put in mind. We have a lot of problems. We have medical staff problems. We have coach that needs to do better, like the game against Bologna, like the game against Lecce. We have management that needs to do better, because at a certain moment, if you are playing with Diego Pugno, and I love Diego Pugno, but that's a problem, because you have nobody there up front, because you're counting on Milik, or you were not able to split the resources equally. That's on the management, on the ownership maybe, because you come from a long time. So you see, it's not the players as well. Dusan Vlahovic that is missing another sitter is a problem. Dusan Vlahovic that is magically able to play 90 minutes but was not able to travel with the team the game before. It's strange, especially because you saw how we run at the 90th minute. Don't tell me, guys, don't tell me, nobody takes me for a fool, that this guy was unable to travel to Lecce. I'm not saying playing, but at least to travel to Lecce. If you see the run that he's doing at the 90th minute, don't tell me. So there are some things also there that are annoying me. But it's not one thing. It has never been, it will never be one thing. That's what I wanted to say about that. And that's where we arrive in the thing that I was really ashamed. I was really, really ashamed. Guys, I was doing the live. We play bad. I think that Dusan Vlahovic is missing a control. What do I hear? I read in the chat some people that are insulting the person. We are not criticizing the performance anymore there. We are insulting the person. I hate that. I really hate that. And I said it immediately because I saw it. I interrupted my watch along the game to say, guys, this is not acceptable. A person was really nice, actually, because after he said, Beppe, I'm sorry for that. I remember the word, he said, sorry, boss. And I was proud of myself because I said, this is not how I want my channel to be. Then the day after, I receive a message. From someone that is watching the channel since really long. Hey, Beppe, I was watching the watch along on another channel because here we cannot say what we want. I said, that's not true. You can say whatever you want, as long as you respect the people in the chat, you respect myself, and you respect the people that are taking part of the club that we are speaking about. And respect is important. And I was really thinking about it. Honestly, I'm really open and transparent. I said, look, I made a choice out of value because I wanted the community, of course. Of course, I know that doing like that, you will probably not have the maximum of acceleration that you want to have on a YouTube channel. Maybe I'm a bit too strict. Maybe I'm too old. Maybe I'm a father and I try to educate people that I never met before. I don't know. Maybe, maybe. And then I go online and what do I see? I see these kind of messages. I will not read them, but these are 4 screenshots of people insulting with really harsh words Jonas Rouhi, that at a certain moment blocked his comment section. Guys, but do you realize what we are doing? I was ashamed to be part of Juventini of the world at that moment. I was extremely ashamed, but seriously ashamed. This is not okay. This is not okay. I accept criticism towards me, towards players. I think it's normal. We should criticize. We are not winning. It's a passionate sport. We should criticize. But we should, I think, also understanding there is a line that we cannot cross. I don't accept that we believe that everything is allowed because it's internet or because we have anonymous nicknames. I don't like that we believe that everything is allowed because they win millions, they earn millions, because they are footballers, because they are public figures, so we can do what we want. I don't accept that our fan base is going under the post of a kid and insult him until he's obliged to block the comment section. These are the things that I don't like. Because of what? Of freedom of speech? No. This is embarrassing. This is not okay. Then we want to speak about Jonas Rouhi. We can speak about Jonas Rouhi, a player that I watched with the Primavera. I watched with the Next Gen, a player that I had the opportunity to interview. Fantastic person. A fantastic person. Fantastic person. I can promise you, I speak at in first person, fantastic person. You know that is the first player, I promise you it's true, that after the live that I did with him, he came to my comment section in a private message to tell me, Beppe, you're an extremely good interviewer. Thank you for the interview. Very first person. Polite. He was not obliged. He didn't accept to come on my channel, on GJustjuve. We were on the Juve channel. First ever player to do that. I had other beautiful compliments from other players, but the very first player to do that was him. He was not obliged. Absolutely not. He did that. We are speaking about a person. Then if we speak about the football player, it's a player that, again, I watched its progresses with Primavera, Next Gen, and I thought it was a good player. It was a really beautiful player. I don't know if you remember, I said, if they are the next ones that can come up, Rouhi is one of them that could potentially come up to the first team. But is he ready to be the starter? He's playing game in, game out, every single game with Juve? No. He's not ready because he never played in Serie A. Because at the moment, he doesn't have the same impact as a Savona, for example. It's a player that needs his time. And I believe that Juventus also understood that. Why? Because it's a player that was the third choice as a left back. Who was the first choice on the left? Cambiaso with Kalulu on the right. Who was the second choice on the left? Cabal with Cambiaso resting or Cambiaso on the right. Sorry, Cambiaso on the left there. With Kalulu on the right, sorry. Then he was the third choice. Which is great. Because you have a Kalulu on the right. You have a Cambiaso there. Then, second possibility is Cambiaso on the right, Cabal on the left. Cabal already has 2 years in first division Serie A. And then as third choices, you had the Rouhi, you had the Savona. Savona has had the luck to have an immediate impact because beautiful second half against a game that we were winning against Como. A goal against Verona. A goal that was cancelled as well against Verona. The guy goes there. I remember there were 2-3 games where Savona, Udinese, no, not Udinese, sorry, Lazio and another game. Lazio I remember because I was there in the stadium. I watched him and he didn't do a fantastic performance. I remember the criticism that started. Luckily, after I think a few games, he came back. Wait, I need to do something, guys. And now, because there was this, it was a... I know what you are thinking, guys, now. No, calma. I have shorts, huh? I have beautiful shorts, guys. The short of Juve. No, calma. I have shorts. What do you think, that I will put myself naked on the camera? No. Calma. I have a short. You never do that, putting a short under your training. Yeah, you know why? I will tell you why. And then we go back to Savona and Rouhi. No, because I have shorts on. I walk in the house, I do. And then at a certain moment in the middle of the day, I'm cold, like I am really cold, and then I see my training pants, I take them on, I put it over the short. You never do that. Am I the only one? Tell me I'm not the only one to do that, guys. The shorts are fantastic. Nino. It's a microphone. Look. Fantastic. Let me check. What are you writing? Strange, but who am I to judge? Giga is saying, Beppe, this is really something in a typical Belgium thing. Why? Because we have 3 seasons in one day. At least some people, they understand me. I put a jogging, cozy ones. Yeah, but when you start a day with a short, always in short. I don't know where you live, LJJ. Only tifosi. Only tifosi. Let's start a channel, Only Tifosi. Why you have an Inter flag in there behind you? An Inter flag? Huh? An Inter flag? Inter flag, where? Ooh. Well, anyway, I told you. So is a third choice left back that should have entered in games like Juve Como, you win 3-0, let him gain some minutes. Juve Verona, you win 3-0, let him gain some minutes. Udinese Juve away, let him enter, you gain some minutes. You gain experience. Juve, that is doing well, has maybe, let's say like that, 9 wins and 6 draws instead of 6 wins and 9 draws. You enter a half, you start a game, you do well. Honestly, he started against Genoa. Did he do fantastically well to now say, Mamma mia, impressive? No. Did he did huge mistakes? No. We won 3-0, I believe, against Genoa. I didn't remember really one huge mistake of Rouhi to say, never again I want to see him anymore. Never. No. Then, of course, he entered in some games where, unfortunately, we concede from goals from his side where, honestly, it's more the entire defense than only him. But now, who can tell me, honestly, what did he do that bad? Because I rewatched the game. What did he do that bad to deserve what happened against the game of Bologna, I'm telling you. He has been called from Thiago Motta to sub Cambiaso. We had to play in a totally different way. No. Piano. I'm not saying he's ready, he's not ready. That's not what I'm saying. I'm speaking about the third choice left back young player that is starting to approach with the first team. That's what I said. I didn't say he's ready to play. That's not what I say. I didn't say that my first choice for Juve Manchester City would have been Jonas Rouhi. I'm sure he will do it one day. I'm sure he will be ready one day. Today, is he someone that got lucky in the games that he entered? Is it someone that has been touched in his confidence? Is it someone... I understand everything. Now I'm asking, what did he do that bad, to deserve that 19 or 20 years old kid receive this? Tell me, guys, I really want to read you. If someone can tell me, Beppe, this, and this led people to go and insult him, I will tell you, okay. Because honestly, who were playing the worst in that game? Kalulu, Fagioli, and probably even Dusan Vlahovic, if it's not for that fantastic, beautiful assist that I'm not even sure if it was the right choice. Even Bangula is done going with the goal of the weekend, I'm not sure if it's the best thing to do there in terms of pass. But anyway, honestly, and I'm not saying that you need to go to the social media of these guys to go and insult him, but if we are looking and comparing really, I think that Fagioli, Dusan Vlahovic, and Kalulu were worse. And these are 3 starters of the game. And I think he doesn't deserve it, but he needs to know for future on how to improve and to take it as a motivation. Who the F told you that you can play football? Do something else than football, because football is not for scarso, extremely bad people like you. How will that motivate him? Who the F sent you to Juve with a caps log? My friend, if I was you, I would sincerely change job. I don't tell you to be naughty, but for your good. You are unwatchable, not even in 3rd category you could play. Tell me how on earth these comments will motivate him. And I'm still asking, what did he do that bad? He didn't play well, but what did he do that bad to deserve that? To be taken as a scapegoat? I'm trying to read you guys, He gets paid 15 million. Who? Where? What? Rouhi, 15 million. I don't know then what contract you saw, how you got to that information, but we are speaking about a kid that is earning, if I'm not wrong, 300k a year, which is a lot. I would be happy with 300k, but in the world of football, it's the minimum that you can give to play in the first team. Guys, you know what? I will tell you sincerely, you know what? We are the worst fans on earth. I'm not speaking about the Juve fans, Fans, we are the worst. We are the worst. We are so stupid that it's incredible. You know what we are doing? What do you think that if you insult Rouhi, seriously, I'm serious, what do you think that you insult Rouhi, and because you have insulted Rouhi, magically Cambiaso will heal and he will be there against Manchester City? Do you believe that because you insult Rouhi, Giuntoli will be able to go on the free transfer market and sign a player that will be ready to play on Wednesday? Guys, you like it or not, Rouhi will have huge, big chances to play against Manchester City. That he's ready or he's not ready, that's another discussion. What we are doing with these kind of strange things that are out of, I don't understand, I really don't understand. We are actually making sure that this kid will have even more fears. Not that it will motivate him to do better. This guy will have even more fear. Because he knows that if the ball that he's going to is not perfect, he will be destroyed. We are doing a self-sabotage. And pay attention, I'm not here to say we need to be kind, we need to give them a kiss if they are doing a mistake. Oh, mon bébé, it's good. No. Criticism, that's what I told you. Criticism is correct. Going under a post from whatever player, wishing death to the kids of Morata. Back then, we had so many players. Thierry Henry, that back then, this told himself from social media. We have so many examples of things that are not possible. And here, you go and you find a scapegoat in a kid because you are frustrated. That's what you are. You are frustrated and you go like that. Or you go here on the live channel and you are saying, I'm not happy, I go to another channel because here I cannot say Motta vafanculo, Motta out, Motta destroyed, I prefer Conte. I don't agree. You are not happy because Vlahovic did miss the control and you call him a B, or I don't want to say the names. No. I'm proud of the decision that I took, of having less subscribers, but that is a healthy channel that is trying to educate also supporters. Then you do what you want, guys. I'm not your father, I'm not your brother, I'm not your friend in physical real life, but this is not okay. No, Vasiliakos, I didn't say Juve has the worst fans. I told you the fans are sometimes the worst in terms of self-sabotage ourselves. You're not happy with Rouhi? Write it. I'm not happy with the performance of Rouhi. You see the guy that is posting, I'm sorry or whatever. Just ignore. I'm ashamed. I'm seriously ashamed. I'm not happy at all with that. Of course, Inter, Napoli, Milan fans are doing the same. Of course, they are doing the same. And that's the huge big difference, Endrit. This is the huge big difference. That Juve, you know why we were extremely strong? I will tell you why. Juventus has, and believe me, because I'm old, and because I've lived through a lot of Juve cycles, different cycles, winning cycles, difficult, negative periods. You know why? Because Juventus has had one thing that the other clubs in Italy didn't have. We were one against the world. We were united against the anti-Juve world. They were shitting on us, and we didn't care. Because we were united, because we defended ourselves. Because we said, no, it was not a penalty, the one of Giuliano. No, it was not Calciopoli. No, it was not this. No, this. No, this. Zidane is doing bad. We are not happy, of course, but calma. Nedved, calma. This, calma. This, together. We are one. We want to discuss, we discuss, and the rest, the outside world, they don't know. Juventus was strong. In management, didn't answer. We ignored. We were one, guys. And the other ones, they were sabotage themselves. The supporters of Inter, after 2 games that they were not winning in the beginning of Serie A, they were going with a crisis and this and that. They were creating a toxic environment around their team, like Milan was doing, like Napoli was doing, like Fiorentina was doing, like Roma was doing, like Lazio was doing. At the end, the players, they feel the toxic environment, the stress of missing. And now we lost it. Maybe because of the 9 years in a row, because we are spoiled and we think that everything is granted. Maybe because of social media. Maybe because of the era. Maybe because it's hard for us to show that we support Juve that is in a difficult moment, because we are not used to difficult moment, because we don't see the line. I see people already, I am tired of this team. I am sick of this team. We waited too long. Motta now, today, no. How many times we read no excuses, the words, we don't care. No excuses. They're half a team that is out, no excuses. We don't care. I'm not saying that we have, but there are facts, guys. When you have 9 players that are out, that doesn't mean that we don't do mistakes, because I was pissed off with Thiago Motta in the beginning. But guys, if we are not divided, Allegri is the problem. No, Allegri is the best one, because it's not only the out and this out, and we will put ourselves even worse, putting toxic situation. Let's go, guys. Let's destroy. How many people, Juventus fans changing the logo in the club of the opponent that we had to play. People that said, if we sell Bangula, I will not watch this Juve anymore, because no, I don't like. If we do this, I will hate. I will shit on my club. Guys, where are we? Where are we? Where are we? What are we doing? What are we doing? We are supporting. If Allegri lose, I'm ready to... No, if Allegri goes at the end of the season, I'm ready to sacrifice an entire season. I don't care. As long as Allegri is gone, I don't care. Whoever comes, I don't care. As long as Allegri goes out of my club. Then he goes out. 2 weeks later, we have a new coach. Thiago Motta, ball, football, calcio champagne. He's missing the game against Napoli, Roma. And Empoli, it's over. No, this is not what they sold us. And who is that overrated coach? Out. Motta out. I didn't like Del Neri, period. I didn't like Zaccheroni. I didn't like even Ranieri, period. Was not good enough for me. Guys, I'm not saying that you cannot be criticized. I'm not saying that you cannot criticize. I'm not saying that we need to be super ultra kind and protective. We need to say things like they are. Like I told you that I was pissed off with Thiago Motta and management. The management to have put qualification to Champions League next stage as an obligation financially. One, because, guys, if we had a sponsor at today, maybe things would have been a bit more chill, and that qualification would have been something that we wanted, but not maybe something super vital to survive. So the management is also responsible. The club is responsible. Thiago Motta feeling that pressure of being obliged to, and thinking too much about City. This is, guys, what I think, that all of us were doing mistakes, and we need to criticize openly and saying this is not good, that we need to do better. Like Scanavino spoke, and I said I love this part, but there are parts that I didn't like. Like, for example, when he's saying, we will go there, experience for the player. No experience for the player. You go there, you try to win. At least you say today on the 6th or the 5th of December, you say to the Club World Cup, we go and we try to win. Because this is DNA of Juve. We know that we will not win. He would not have lied, but we try to win is a different message as we go there. It will be a nice experience for the kids. What are we speaking about? Are you crazy? So I said good things. This. Canavino, this I don't like Giuntoli. Because when you're telling me my minimum objective is top 4, is one discussion that I can explain. If you're telling me in the last interview, I don't care that you are at Gran Galà del Calcio, but you go in front of microphone and you forget about that minimal word, and you're saying we are happy to stay in that top 4, then you are sending another message that I don't agree with anymore, or at least it was badly explained. You see? So you can criticize, like I can criticize Dusan if he's doing a bad game. Like I can criticize Rouhi when he's doing a bad game. Kalulu, because Kalulu was bad against Bologna, but really bad. Locatelli didn't play well. Fagioli didn't play well. So you should criticize, but never go too far, because then you are auto-distracting yourself. Self-sabotage was a beautiful word from Tariq earlier on. That's a reality. And then, honestly, guys, I prefer not. And then we will go towards Bonucci, because he's the second one here on the thumbnail. And I also still need to answer to Douglas Luiz. Now, let me answer really fast about Douglas Luiz. And in the meanwhile, tell me if you have something to add about Rouhi. So what my wish will be, if he starts, I'm not sure. Maybe Weah will play as a left back and Kenan maybe will play with 3-man defense. I don't know. But if Rouhi starts before the game, when we see the predicted lineup, at the starting lineup, when it is official, and during the game, I will applaud Jonas Rouhi. After the game, If he did bad, I will be the first one to say the performance was not good. That's. Elias, I join you. I didn't finish. I will arrive to you really fast. So Douglas Luiz, from what I heard, guys, but you saw it as well, he's training with the team. But what I heard between the corridors is that physically, if he continues like that, he could potentially even start against Venezia. Pay attention. I'm not telling you that he will start against Venezia. I'm not telling you that Thiago Motta is convinced of letting him start against Venezia. I'm telling you that physically, he could start. He would be in the possibility of start against Venezia because he's doing really well physically, much better. So yes, he will be called up against, except of tomorrow he falls from the stairs. I don't know, because with you we never know. But except of that, he will be called up for the game against Manchester City, and there are chances for him to enter in the second half. And physically, he could potentially enter or even start against Venezia. I'm not sure if he will start. I don't think he will start, because you have one thing is you can, and the other thing is you receive Thiago Motta, let's tell you. But this is what I heard about it. No, we arrive at Bonucci. Luca Seminara, 22 months later with us. Grandissimo Luca. Thank you. With a black and white heart. I almost saying black and white. Why? Because it's like that in English, black and white. We never say white and black. We say black and white. But in Italy, it's Bianconero. We start with a white, and that's why the hearts of Luca are like that. Grazie, Luca. And now we go towards the one that I didn't forget, but I didn't arrive there yet. It's only 5 minutes, huh? Elias, that is saying, Beppe, big kudos to you for mediating the social medias. Fanbase is full of hypocrites with misleading agendas. They care about what's best for them, not for Juve. Look, Elias, I don't know what to say. I spoke how much? We are here live since 1 hour. I think I spent 25 minutes, about 25 minutes on Rouhi, and it's not Rouhi alone, it's the problem Rouhi, because today it's Rouhi, tomorrow it was Savona that could have been in that situation. If he missed one more game, it was Savona, or it could have been Kenan Yildiz or whatever, or Vlahovic or whatever. And actually I spent 25-30 minutes about that while Elias is coming in with one sentence. Is actually saying what I wanted to say. I should have asked Elias to write that message way earlier. Fanbase is full of hypocrites with misleading agendas. They care about what's best for them and not for you. And that one I agree. That's why I agree. Today, not everyone, of course, but a lot on social media are caring about what's best for them, for their agenda, what they think is best, and I really underline the word think is best, and not what's the best long-term for the club that they love. That's really, really true. What a beautiful comment, Elias. Really, thank you. And then, no, when you're saying big kudos for mediating, look, I spoke in the past also with some creators, telling them pay attention, because I think that you have a responsibility when you're a creator. I'm not speaking only about Juve, I'm speaking about whatever creator that are supporting a club or whatever. When you start to be big, I think that you have a responsibility, because you don't know who is Elias Ahmed, you don't know who is Luca Seminara, you don't know who is Akrepi, Sasha, LJJ. Of course, now I'm taking the first names, and most of them I know since long now from the chat, but you don't know who is watching. Maybe, I'm just saying, maybe Husam La Juve is watching with his kids at home, and you're speaking bad, and you're trashing, and you're doing this and this and this. You don't know. And then, we are speaking about the club that we love, about our passion. If you're not able, as a creator, to transmit a bit of education, a bit of joy, a bit of happiness, what are you doing? Then do something that you love. Speak about, I don't know, speak about Pokemon. I don't know. Speak about manga, speak about PlayStation, do a gaming channel, do what you love. Do what you love. Don't do so. If something is paining you to, don't do it. You are not obliged to do it. Look, yesterday, I know that after 2-2, I know that the views could have been big. Juve Bologna, because I was so angry. I'm still angry that probably I would have had a lot of likes, a lot of views, a lot of people agreeing with me, because I would have criticized Thiago Motta, I would have criticized Fagioli, but I said, no, I don't want, because I'm too angry. And because I don't want to speak about that. And I said, no, I don't care about the views. I don't care about I don't want. I don't want, because feeling I didn't want to speak about it. Today I want. Anyway, thank you for a beautiful message, Elias. And then there is another one that is pissing me off. It is Leonardo Bonucci. Leonardo Bonucci. That is pissing me off. Mamma mia. The guy, he is really, really, really annoying me. But a lot, eh? I knew that the interview would come out because there were already some teasers on Prime Italy, where we heard a bit of that sentence, a bit of that sentence. So I knew that today it would be out and that it would have been reported. So I was already prepared for Bonucci. I don't know. Okay, his objective is to become the coach of Juve and to win the Champions League with Juve. Okay? It's a beautiful objective. It's a nice objective. It's I would be happy, eh? I would be happy if he wins the Champions League with Juve, but I don't believe in it. I don't even believe that he will become a good coach. That he will be a coach, I'm sure. I don't know where he will start, what division he will start. Now he's assistant of the U20 with Italy. But I don't think that he will be a good coach. You know why? Because he's talking too much. He's talking too much. He has a too big ego. He's not accepting any criticism. He's overreacting. And the biggest one is not, that's a problem, he's not listening to his own advice. Look, what is actually the celebration of was, because he's not the player anymore. What was his celebration when he was scoring? Which was sciacquatevi la bocca, means wash your mouth before speaking. He says that it has never been a celebration that came out of a revenge of someone, of another journalist. It's just that he was at the table with some friends, and the friends said, I do this as a celebration. Do we really believe in that? No, but okay. That's a story that he's always saying, so if he says it, okay. Wash your mouth. And then every time that he's speaking bad. He's speaking bad about whatever. He has the ability to destroy everything and to make himself actually hated by everyone every time that he speaks. Even if he says something against Allegri, he succeeds in the fact to actually turn the situation and being hating himself. And that's tough, huh? Because in the day of today, when you are speaking bad about Allegri, usually 95% of the people are standing up and they are agreeing with you. That you are right, that you are wrong. People do not care. They go and they agree with you. You said something bad against Allegri. Okay, you're one of us. Here. Bonucci has the ability of not even attracting the haters of Allegri towards him. Can you imagine? That's a big one, huh? I speak about always 90%. What did he say? He spoke about Allegri. He spoke about Szczesny. He spoke about about him going to Milan, if he would do it again or not, celebrating against Juve. He gave some details. He spoke about Champions League. Look, Szczesny. I tell you, for example, the story of Szczesny. Look, Szczesny did an interview with my friends Luca Toselli after he retired from football before starting to play football again. Where he spoke about everything and nothing. At a certain moment, they were speaking about the locker room. Szczesny stopped his career, retired player. He spoke about everything and nothing at a certain moment. He spoke about captains. And he said, I'm really surprised that Gatti is the captain of Juve. He said, I would not, he's a good guy. Pay attention, he didn't speak bad about Gatti. He said he's a good guy and so on and so on. But see him immediately captain, I was surprised. And it's true that when I spoke with Locatelli, when I spoke with a lot of players from Juve, we're speaking a lot of time about the good moments of Gatti. The Gatti that is taken as an example more about the story that he has, coming from lower division, from working part-time to go in, playing in first division. But every time they always told me, he needs to calm down to being able to manage himself in certain moment. He's giving sometimes too much because he wants to compensate what he believes. It's not at the level of the other ones that are there since youth academy, etc., etc. You see, so nobody was expecting Gatti to be a captain at a certain moment. He received that captain band that is probably totally deserved in the beginning of the season for what he showed, but Szczesny surprised. So he continued to speak Szczesny about captains, etc., etc. He said, in the locker rooms, about leadership, he said, I have always been with myself, thinking. Then sometimes I spoke, and when I spoke, I said things. The question was, why did Allegri never made you a captain? Because you remember it was a big one about why captain, not him, and a lot of people were also against Allegri, where he says, look, he did really right, because I was someone that was really heating up in certain moments, in the importance of the things, and when I got into these moments, usually I was missing these games. When I it's not about the big game, not big game, but when I was heating myself up, these moments were not. And giving me the armband probably would have given me responsibilities of extra things that would not have been good to me, because I would have gone crazy. And you don't need the armband to be a captain. And then he arrived to Bonucci, saying, everyone has his own personality also in the locker room. And when Bonucci spoke, it was not my type of thing, because he was a real extrovert and he loves to speak to art and to motivate and to smash the thing and going ba 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 ba. And I was looking at the licht. He says, I was looking at the licht, and we had our AirPods or our music, and it was Bonucci that was speaking. So first of all, they are saying, guy, it's not because you raise your voice that you are a good leader. Some leaders, they do not need to raise their voice. That was the message of Szczesny a few months ago. Bonucci didn't reply openly until today, where that interview comes out on Prime. What is he saying? He said, look, I felt bad about that comment of Szczesny. I heard about it because the locker rooms are something holy. You cannot speak about the locker room. You cannot make things go out of the locker room, he says, Bonucci. I was speaking for the good of the team. And then, when I was speaking, honestly, he was not there, he says. He was in the bathroom. I will not tell you what he was doing. Because he refers to the fact that Szczesny was smoking, which, guys, Szczesny never hidden. He has never hid the fact that he was smoking, never. He said, it's my business, I don't care. He said it to Barcelona, he said it to Juve, hid. Here we have Bonucci saying he went into the bathroom. I don't want even to say what he was doing. Like, I don't know what you're speaking about. And he also spoke about De Ligt, taking De Ligt in that situation, who I always had a really great relationship. Probably he was totally confused because it was the moment where it was between leaving Calcio, retiring, and then coming back. I remain surprised about what he said. Okay, guys. This is already enough to me to tell you that he's not ready in terms of maturity. If you start that part of the interview saying, look, I felt bad about the comments of Szczęsny, also because the locker room is holy. And then you start speaking and answering and showing more stories and saying, yeah, but he's smoking in the bathrooms. I will not tell you what he was doing. He was in the bathrooms. So when I was speaking, he was not even there. First of all, you're making yourself a clown because you're saying, I was the captain of that team. I was screaming, I was speaking, and the goalkeeper was not even there because he was smoking. And it was all good and it was all okay. If you're the captain and you have your speech to do, oh, ragazzi, when I'm the vice coach, the coach or whatever from my team of kids, there is nobody that goes to the PP when I'm speaking. They go before I speak, they go after I speak, but they don't go, and they are 9 years. They don't go to PP when I'm speaking. What do you mean they go to PP? We have to speak about tactics, we have to speak about motivation, we need to explain how they need to win the game, how they need to act, what I'm expecting from them. But they don't go to PP. Because at 9 years they don't smoke, or at least that I know. So what are you speaking about? And then you're telling me, I am aware that the locker room is holy, and you're saying, yeah, but this. I know, Bonucci, because you are already a coach. Szczęsny is not yet. Szczęsny, maybe we can even say he did a mistake speaking bad about Bonucci. Maybe. I can accept it, even if it was a funny story, but we know Bonucci. We saw him there on Amazon Prime doing his circus and screaming, where you saw Quadrado, we saw Ronaldo going. It's there on tape, it's public. We saw it with Amazon Prime. Anyway, you are already a coach. You are already responsible, which means if you are not happy with your players from 20, they know that you are maybe go on Amazon Prime and you will start speaking bad about them. What are you doing in terms of exemplarity? So that was, for example, the one of Szczęsny. What else did he say? He spoke about Allegri, explaining the fact that how it happened that he left Juve because of that game against Palermo where they were playing and Marchisio came back from an injury and he was playing. At a certain moment, I see that there is a change, and I'm asking to the coach to change Marchisio because I see that it's not 100%. I say to Marchisio says during the game, leave me alone, I don't want to get out. I look at Allegri, I said, the number 8, you need to get him out. The coach doesn't agree because he had in mind to sub someone else. And he go totally nuts. Then the coach is telling him, Max Allegri, silence. You're a player. Do your job. I don't know what he said. Wait, I will go and try to to give you the words. Sturaro Rincon. That it's really funny because at the end we even see something that is really crazy. So look. During here. So I'm calling Allegri. I said, change Marchisio because it's over. After 5 minutes, he changes Turaro with Rincon. And I tell him, and I'm making another sign, and he sends me to F. And he tells me, think about doing the player. There are some clips about that. You can find them. They are public. At the end of the game, I go back to the locker room. I see Landucci that tries to stop me. I take Landucci and put him against the wall. That's what he says. Or against the door. That's what he says. Then I entered in the locker room. And we were fighting with Allegri until they separated us. Then he speaks about Szczęsny here. The guy went totally crazy. Also because the funny thing is that they discovered that change that he was asking for didn't even happen. I mean, look, Thomas Rincon goes out. Claudio Marchini goes out for Thomas Rincon. So he says, Listen to that. He says, against Palermo, after 5 minutes, he, Allegri, changes Sturaro with Rincon, and he leaves Claudio into the field, Claudio Marchisio. I tell him to change the 8 because Claudio couldn't anymore. And he told me to F. And then you go to the game and you see that Claudio Marchisio went out with Thomas Rincon going. So he's not even double checking the facts before going with a big one, a big statement. These things happened on the field. I remembered, I watched the game. I was not in Palermo, but I watched the game on television. So I remember exactly that there was a verbal fight between them while they were playing. But or you stay silent or you double check the facts, because you cannot say he changed Sturaro for Rincon when you see that it's Claudio Marchisio that goes out. Sturaro went out earlier. So it makes totally no sense to go and speak like that. Because then, even if you were right, you go wrong. You go wrong. And then stop. We know that you hate Allegri because, according to you, he ruined your legacy at Juve. But then he continued to speak and he says, look, I went to Milan because the management didn't support me. At a certain moment, they were saying, stay here, calm, because of that stool of Porto. Stay here, he says, the management to him. Allegri is at the end of his contract, so we don't know. Then at the end, they gave him a contract extension. And he says it was even correct to give him a contract extension. But then I didn't agree because there were the leaks that went out that I was the responsible for the fight in Cardiff. That never happened. But I was the scapegoat because I started and I said, if I am an important player for you, that you asked me to stay here, and now there are these voices, you extend Allegri, there are these voices, and you don't defend me, what is happening? So he's attacking the management, he's attacking Allegri, he's attacking everyone, while the management have told you, we will not defend you publicly. And that's where he decides to go to Milan. He decides to go to Milan, where he goes to Milan, and then about the celebration, he says, that's something that I would do it again. Because out of respect of my new fans that were Milan fans. Look, I have always said, I think it's correct to celebrate also against your ex-team. I think it's correct. I don't like Quagliarella, that at a certain moment of his career, he was never celebrating because he played in every single team of Italy. Baggio played in every single team of Italy. Bob Bovieri played in every single team of Italy. You need to celebrate. Then you have the how you celebrate. If you, after live at Juve, you go there and you celebrate with your celebration, that is a controversial celebration, which means wash your mouth before speaking. This is literally what it means. Wash your mouth before speaking. If you do that in the stadium of Juve, it was a 1-1, I think, at that moment. Celebrating like you won the World Cup, that's a different thing. And then he says, I came back to Juve at the end when I stopped my career at Juve. Everyone loved me. I don't know, guy. With all the respect, but I'm trying to find it again here if it has been reported or not. Guys, Leonardo Bonucci, when he came back from Milan, I said, I forgive him, but I don't forget. I understand the motives that he left as well, going to another club in Italy, because don't forget, he had a really difficult private situation with his son that was really sick at the moment. And I have never been pissed off that he went to Milan. I didn't appreciate the over celebration in our stadium. The celebration, I said it was even correct, but the way that he celebrated, I didn't like. But when he came back, I'm someone that forgives people. That's my personality. I forgave him, but I said, pay attention, Bonucci, because I will never buy another shirt from you. I will not be biased against you or hate you just because you are Bonucci and you went to Milan. No, because you are back part of Juventus, and it's my duty to give you a chance like all the players. But, of course, you will not be my favorite anymore. That's over. That's what I said. And then he left Juve, and I saw that he was starting everything to attack Juve, to put them into court for the fact that they left him out of the team. I mean, Juve, if you have been captain of this Juve, if you have experienced everything what Juve went through in difficulties, if you had a bit of honor, give up. Just give up. Go away. It's over. Your time is over. If you hate Allegri like that, go away. Go away. Just go away. But if you go and you attack Juve in court, being Bonucci, it's not Thomas Rincon that played 1 season, 2 seasons with us. Milos Krasic that attacked Conte because he took him like that in the game. You know, Felipe Melo, Kulusevski, you know, these guys, who are they, you know, in the history of Juve? We are speaking about Bonucci. We are speaking about Bonucci. And he goes with, I attack the club, I want to bring them to court, but I want to come back to train them and to win the Champions League with them. But what are you speaking about? The locker room is holy, but I will tell you what is happening inside the locker room. He was not there. When I was speaking as a captain, he was in the bathroom. He was smoking. What? Oh, it's not normal. It is not normal. It is not normal. Guys, you know what he did? You know what he did? I tell you what he did, huh? When there was a Juve Milan, that game of the celebration. After the game, he went to the locker room. Leonardo Bonucci went to the locker room, and he was super happy. They lost, I think that Juve won that game. He said, I'm happy because I broke your record of clean sheets. Because that record belongs to BBC. He said that to Barzagli. That record belongs to BBC, the clean sheet record. And I'm happy that I interrupted that record that could have been beaten 3-1. Bravo, Thomas. Serras. And Barzagli is looking at him and is saying, are you seriously thinking about that now, in that moment? Guys, this says it all. You have a Barzagli that is an ambassador of Juve still today. That goes to Miami, speaks with the fans, is loved by the fans. The other one is saying, I celebrated that much because I wanted to respect my new fans, the Milan fans. He's not even celebrating in front of the fans of Milan. He's celebrating around the stadium of Juve. And then after the game, the first thing that he's doing is go to the locker room of Juve, and he goes to Barzagli Chiellini to tell them, you see, I've interrupted your clean sheet streak. That says it all for me. So, no, I don't think that it's blah, 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 of a frustrated man, that doesn't want to take a bit of responsibility on his acts. That's Leonardo Bonucci. I'm not saying that he was totally wrong, because there are always two sides on a story. I am sure that Allegri has his mistakes in how he managed the situation. But I am sure that Bonucci also has. I am sure that Juve had mistakes in how they managed the situation after, but also him has. And Bonucci is clearly someone that is thinking about himself and doesn't want to accept that he also can commit mistakes. I see in the chat, Giga chat is saying Bonucci's are Materazzi. No. No. Because Materazzi, that is probably my top one most hated player, he speaks well about Inter. He never speaks bad about Inter. Guys, he speaks bad about Juve. Materazzi speaks bad about Juve from day to night, from wherever he goes, to Twitch, to Italian talk show. He's speaking bad about Juve. He's not speaking bad about Inter. Here we have one that says, I want to come back to Juve. That's my dream. My ultimate dream is coach Juve, to win the Champions League with them. I go, I visit them. And he's speaking bad about us. No, in similar IQ, yeah, probably. But at least, I'm not sure. No, probably Materazzi that is not the most smartest man on earth. But at least he speaks well about Inter, guys. No? Not. I will never understand. Never. Boo. Boo. Bravo. That goal in 2021 Euro made him think he's top 10 all-time Italian players. But you know the common thread between Bonucci and Materazzi, it's they are both decisive in the win of one the World Cup, the other one the Euro. It's true, huh? It's true, huh? Vasiliakos is saying Bonucci's biggest flaw is his ego. It's true. It's a pity, because I loved Bonucci, before him going to Milan. I loved him so much as a player. I was huge fan of Bonucci. Then a number that I like, regardless, is the number 19. I saw Zambrotta taking 19, then he went to Barcelona before going to Milan. He didn't go with the team in Calciopoli. Bonucci is Bonucci. Who is 19 now? Kefren. Let's hope that Kefren will stay quiet. Will be nice. Guys, that was it for me. I needed this live. I seriously needed this live to take things from my chest. I honestly today I tried to record a few times to condense what I wanted to say. But it was not good. It was not what I wanted to do. So I needed my time to go through the Juve Bologna game, the fact that we talked too much about City. I wanted to go towards social media, Rouhi, and the words of Bonucci. Yeah. You want do we still have it or not? I think we have. Do you want to? Ooh, it's old. Do you want to go for a 5 minutes Q&A, boom, about whatever you want? But don't ask me to explain my life, because then, or maybe we can do calm down. Yeah. Five minutes. Start asking the questions. But fast time, like... Okay, we start. No music, we just go like that. So, question. Do you want Berardi to Juve? No. Frederick, you know the channel since really long. If you're asking that question, Or you forgot, or I don't know. But no, I don't want Berardi to Juve. Is it true that Cambiaso can start from the bench versus City? Yeah. Okay, Cambiaso's situation is that he could potentially even play the game with infiltrazioni. Means, you know, the I don't know how you say it in English, guys, but he could potentially play against City. Now, the big question is, do we want to risk him, yes or no? Because there is a risk, of course, that you are actually going infiltration. Bravo. Saraz. So he could potentially play with infiltration, injections, but would we risk it? I personally, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know the state, but I would not risk him. We try to risk sometimes, but that's the reality. Yes, he could be there. He could be there on the field against City, on the bench, or even starting, but it's a big risk that you take with injections. Injecting something, it's not healing, it's partially postponing the problem or making it even worse. Could you elaborate on the Vlahovic out when you written in your note? I can tell you that my notes when I say Vlahovic out is not my thought like Vlahovic out. No, it's because there are some rumors that there are some offers. There is one serious offer, but I cannot tell you at the moment which club it is. And before going too much details, I prefer to wait a bit. Let's see. How is it going for you? Not good, because I even forgot to adapt my team, and I had Kenan Yildiz as a captain. He didn't play. I had disaster. Forget about it. Watch along during City? Yeah, of course. Was De Ligt overrated at Juve? He has never been able to play regularly at high level ever since leaving. Overrated? No, I don't think so, because there was always the bad comments as well on him. I think too much hope in him in the beginning and long, because it's a player that a lot of fans respected a lot before giving up when it was later in the season. Would you like Osimhen at Juve? Yes, but I don't think it will happen. Koopmeiners, center midfielder or attacking midfielder. No, I think that we all agree on that. That's probably one of the things that the entire fan base of Juve, they agree on. Center midfield. Yeah, at the moment, yes. Full crook to Juve, yes or no? I would say I would love, because it's a player that I love. There are two players that I love. It's Full Crook and Mikau Datse. Full Crook is a player that I love, but I don't think he will come. For what reason? Because unfortunately there was that car incident of their striker of West Ham. So probably they will not let him go. They will start to play Full Crook now with more consistency. So I don't think it will happen. But he's not feeling 100% well there. Let's see. Let's see. But I don't think so, but I would love. Yeah, indeed, Antonio. So hopefully going well. I didn't follow the latest news about him. So hopefully he's doing well, or that he's safe. Winter Mercato, big or not? No, I don't think big. At the moment, I keep thinking that Juventus will try for 3 names, 2 in the back and 1 up front. But big, no. I mean, what is big? Big. I think if you take 3 players, it's big. But the players that we will take, are they big? Is that I don't think so. 24 minutes. Today, Full Crook didn't enter. You see, who knows? Mikau Datse is a top player that I would love at Juve. Great player. If a player on loan, is it on loan after? Good question. I have the rules. but I need to go through it because I read them like 1 week ago, and now I forgot the technicism. But I need to go back on that. Antonio Silva. But the problem is they want a lot of minutes. Of millions. They want a lot of millions. Even if, again, he didn't play. It's already the 5th game in Portuguese League that he didn't play. Didn't play. Thoughts about McKennie as a right back? I would not do it. But we don't have problems of right back. We have Savona. We have Cambiaso. Because it's not big, the one of Cambiaso. But why would... The problem is on the left back. It's not on the right back. It's on the left back. Fini. I see Locatelli center back, but it's over, Frederic. 5 minutes, and I even stayed 5 minutes and a bit more to finish the question. So we see each other tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed this live. I enjoyed being together with you. I don't know if you really helped the channel with a maximum of likes. I see 210 likes. Not bad. And if I'm looking at the... we didn't grow up. 34,847. We can do it. 35. We can accelerate on that. That would be really beautiful. So share the channel. Share the channel tomorrow, wherever you are. Your mission. We have 200 people. Guys, if 200 people, you guys, that are watching this channel at this moment, if 200 people tomorrow, you find one person to subscribe to GJustjuve, tomorrow we have 35k. If every one of you find one person in their entourage to subscribe to GJustjuve, we have 35k tomorrow already. So if we do it, it's because the people that were here until the end of this live, they said, Beppe, we found someone. Easier. Easier. If every one of you, they find one person, we have 35 tomorrow. I give you, for the people that wait till now, tomorrow I'm... No. I wanted to ask you... No, we close now. Tomorrow I will tell you. Grazie. My in real lives don't speak English, but who cares? Ciao. Grazie, forza. Juve. See you tomorrow, guys.